Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Brendan Paget, and we are live in Garwin for girls varsity basketball between the Baxter Bolts and the home GMG Wolverines. Tonight it'll be just me, so be patient with me. I'm doing all the computer stuff and everything, so. Please let me know how everything looks and sounds in the chat. I know the music's really loud, and I also know that I can hear myself pretty loudly, so just let me, I just want to make sure that nothing's too crazy loud and it's all manageable. We have about 20 minutes till game time, so both of these teams coming into this game having played one other. GMG won by a single point against BGM at home. That game on the 23rd of November came out to a final score of 46-45 in favor of the GMG Wolverines. The Bolts come off a hard-fought loss against the BCLUW Comets at home. That game tied at half and hard fought back and forth all the way through the rest. Ended at a final score of Bolts 53, Comets 60. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the JV games tonight because the boys JV game overlaps with the varsity girls, so we're just bringing you varsity tonight. They'll be back to back. This will be the first conference game for each of these teams in the Iowa Star South. And I'll have to look to see who GMG plays next, but I know that Baxter after this game has North Tama at home on Friday, and then a Saturday day game against Clarksville also at home. This coming Friday, Saturday. I'll look and see who GMG has. So after tonight, GMG will play at Collins Maxwell on Friday, and versus Colonesco here in Garland the next Tuesday on the 8th. So it looks like they have decided to start a bit early. The reffing crew already here. And the game's scheduled to start at 6:30. They've already got the clock down to 9 minutes, or 8:30 almost, so. Sorry, I just went quiet there. I'm trying to fix the microphone so you don't hear a bunch of it rubbing up against my mouth because I had it right up next to my face. So as the pregame clock begins to wind down under 30 seconds, get ready for introductions in the national. It just got really quiet in this gym. It's so quiet. They kill the music and it's just silence. It's amazing.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Garland for tonight's basketball game between GMG and Baxter. The Iowa High School Athletic Union believes good sportsmanship is an integral component of interscholastic competition. We encourage fans to enthusiastically support their team, recognize outstanding performance of opponents, and always exhibit good sportsmanship in their words and actions. Thank you. We're also encouraging proper social distancing rules tonight. Please wear your mask and stay within your family group. It's a goofy time, folks. Hey, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for your visiting Baxter Bolts.
I'll give the starting lineups as he does, just in case you can't hear.
Number 4, Ellie Toon.
The Bolts will start junior number 4, Ellie Toon. Senior number 10, Maddie Pierce. Senior number 12, Mackenzie Esslinger. Junior number 20, Lily Van Sice. And number 32, a senior, Sophie Meyer.
Head coach is Eric Patrick. And now the starting lineups for your GMG Wolverine.
And for GMG, they will start number 22, Jenna Yelich, a junior. Number 24, Angel Sheevy, a senior. Number 30, Emily Vaughn, a senior. Number 42, Adeline Sinknick, a freshman. And number 54, Mariah Stonewall, a sophomore. And now for the national anthem.
Served with the playing of our national anthem, performed today by your very own U.S. Army Air Force Band.
All right. The GMG Wolverines are head coached by Justin Hornberg and assisted by Joe Ellingworth. And the Bolts are coached by Kyle Crampy, Aaron Shanks, Dan Toon, and then head coach Eric Padgett. And the Wolverines win the tip. And number 30, Vaughn, bringing it up the floor. Over to 42 on the wing, who drives in and travels. It's called for a travel. So the Bolts quickly with the ball. Ball up the floor by Ellie Toon. Over to Sophie on the wing. Back over to the top. Swung around and tipped out of bounds by Wolverines number 24. Be inbounded on the sideline by Sophie Meyer. Sophie back with it on the wing. Looks for a cutting Maddie Pierce across, but can't find her. Maddie Pierce with a long two goes in. And she gets back to tip the ball back out of bounds. Good hustle out of Maddie there. I gotta add the score. There we go. Ball inbounded by the Wolverines. Goes untouched right back out of bounds. Back to the Bolts. Bolts inbound it almost to the three-point line. Get into Maddie Pierce. Back to Sophie in the corner. In and tipped and bobbled a little bit. But collected and back over to Sophie on the far block, who gives a nice bounce pass into Mackenzie Esslinger on the other side, who is fouled on the retrieval. There we go. Okay. Bolts with another inbound play on the baseline. Shot missed by Mackenzie Esslinger, rebounded by Ellie Toon, and goes up and is fouled. Fred, you come here and do this. You come here and do this. The scoreboard. Thank you. All right, I got a scoreboard worker now. Ellie's first shot is missed, and the second one also rims out. Rebounded by the Wolverines. They drive down. The 30 is going to just take it all the way, and then has her layup rim out a little bit. And Bolts back on the charge. A nice over-the-top pass to Mackenzie Esslinger from Lily Van Cise, and an easy 2 points. Bolts in a tight press now. Wolverines able to break it into a setup offense, and 4 people fighting for the ball there as it's called for a jump, and it goes to the Bolts. Ball brought up the floor, passed over to Sophie on the wing. Into Ellie at the corner. Shot by Mackenzie Esslinger at the block, no good. Wolverines bringing it back. Number 30, Vaughn, trying to shake the defense of Ellie Toon. And loses it, but regains it, and all back and forth. And the turnover goes back to the Bolts. Mackenzie Esslinger didn't like the shot and kicked it back out. Lily Van Cise drives in and hits a floater in the middle of the lane, which allows the Bolts to get back into their press. taken over the other half by number 24 of the Wolverines into the low post for a small bank shot. Toon over to Pierce in the wing. Over to Van Sice at the top, who takes one dribble, shoots it over to Ellie Toon as Sophie Meyer is called for an off-the-ball illegal screen. Bolts in their press. They get it across. Ball mishandled on a pass across the court. Tipped away by Ellie Toon, but recovered by the Wolverines. Bounce pass into the post, intercepted by Sophie Meyer as she is fouled at right about halfway line. Driving down. Ball over to Sophie Meyer on the wing. She tries a three. It's long and rebounded by the Wolverines. Ooh, and the outlet pass a little bit out, just out of the reach of number 22, Jenna. The ball is brought back. Lily tries for a screen, but Ellie doesn't like it. And that pass intercepted by number 30, Emily Vaughn, taken all the way down for a layup. And two. And Coach Kaja wasn't happy with that one. Takes a short timeout. Probably just one to get him thinking straight. Oh, and hey, we got to do this too. Oh. We gotta change over. We gotta do this. Anytime there's a stoppage of play, we gotta try to do that. Okay. So as they come out of the timeout. Okay. Yeah. So we think that the lag in the last game was caused by the ads constantly running on screen, so we decided to make them their own separate thing. Able to set up their offense. Over to Lily Van Sice in the wing. And her pass to Ellie Toon in the corner is tipped out of bounds by the Wolverines. Quickly inbounded to Mackenzie Esslinger, back out to Sophie Meyer on the corner and hit for three. Bolts back in their press. Quick bullet pass over to the halfway line. And that pass tipped and intercepted by the Bolts. Over to Sophie Meyer in the corner, who tries another three and drains it. Wolverines not messing around with the press this time. They're just going to skip it all the way down. They're set up on the top of the key. She tries a drive, floats it up, and it misses. And an attempt save by the Wolverines goes out of bounds on the sideline. So the Bolts will get it way down there in the corner. In for the Bolts is number 40, Brooke Bacon for Mackenzie Esslinger, and number 22, Maren Ziesman for Sophie Meyer. Bolts offense run over. A floater try by Ellie Toon, no good, and rebounded by the Wolverines. They pass up, breaking a press. That pass tipped, and Lily's just going to take it all the way down for a right-handed layup. That's too hard off the glass and misses the rim. And on the dribble try, Maddie Pierce is called for a foul. And the Bolts given time to set up their press again. A big skip pass down to the other end of the floor for a layup that goes in. Bolts coming back up the floor. Trying a weave pattern. Over to Brooke Bacon on the wing. Gets it into Marin on the flash high post. Back out to Ellie Toon on the top of the key. That pass tipped and dropped by Brooke Bacon, who is called for a double dribble as she trips trying to drive around. Ball inbounded on the half-court line by the Wolverines. Ellie Toon playing tight defense on that number 30 for the Wolverines. Ball kept on this side. Into the low post, guarded by Marin. Goes up and over Marin. But the shot doesn't quite go in. Oh, I missed that substitution. Oh, Sophie Meyer came in for Maddie Pierce. That's what happened there. And on her drive is fouled on the dribble. Lily makes a move on the inbounds play and puts it in for 2. This Pat off the dribble, she fell and lost it and was picked up by Sophie Meyer and taken in for a layup. And the Wolverines coach unhappy with how his team is performing now. He calls a timeout. Yep, there you go. Hit the little eyeball. Transition. Boom. Why isn't the scoreboard updating?
I said it was run.
Huh?
I said it was run.
I know, but this one isn't updating. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. We're going to get this one.
We'll transition it back first.
Yeah.
You didn't play back.
Oh, hush. Okay, we're having technical difficulties. Here we go. Get this thing figured out. I'm not going to do play-by-play right now because I'm trying to figure this out. I apologize. Oh, you know what? This is... Okay, hold on. I figured it out. Perfect. And the pictures are there. Okay, here we go. Remove all that. Okay, you can update what you need. Marin's second shot goes in. I think her first one did too. Wolverines trying to break the press. Her shot is tipped by Lily Van Cise, who is driving it the other way. Passes over to Ellie Toon for a jump stop and attempt. And she is fouled on her way up. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get rid of the... Oh, here. There we go. Ellie Toon's first shot is off the back iron and comes in. And her second shot, nothing but net. And a substitution for the shooter is Maddie Pierce coming in for Ellie Toon. And the Bulls press works as the dribble drive is lost out of bounds by the Wolverines. Ball inbounded to Maddie Pierce at the top of the key. Now that Ellie Toon has been subbed out. The inbound, or the, what's the, what is that, yellow? Maddie Pierce fouled on the cut in. Is awarded a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. Her first. Missed, but with a lane violation, she'll get it again. One and one, part two. So the first of her 1-and-1 drained, and she'll get her second one now. So that lane violation cost the Wolverines. Her second shot, up and in. And the Wolverines substitute number 24, Angel Sheave, for number 42, Adeline Sinknick. Ball inbounded against the Bolts press. Number 54 is just going to drive all the way in, pass it down into the low post. He's going to try to pass it back out, but her bounce pass bounces short. And the ball is saved by number 24, but given up, I think, an inbound save attempt. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Maddie was driving down the end of the floor. Maddie was driving down the edge of the floor, and one of the GMG players tried to take a charge, but was called for a block instead, and sends Maddie back to the line for another 1-and-1. Maddie's first shot off the front iron, back iron, and in. And her second, up and in. Bolts press kind of successful as the pass is tipped. Pass tipped again. And recovered by number 30, Emily Vaughn, as she puts it in. So as we wind down to the end of the first quarter, I imagine the Bolts are going to try to hold it and take the last shot. Got 10 seconds left in the first quarter. That pass tipped and back to Sophie Meyer, who recovers. And okay, here we go. Lily with a floater for three at the buzzer. Goes long. So at the end of the first quarter, I'm no good at this solo play-by-play thing, huh? So at the end of the first quarter, we have a 23-10 lead by the Bolts.
Did you pay my phone?
Yeah, have Corinne's phone down there. Appreciate it. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Betsy Damon says her sound isn't working. Uh-oh. Somebody else says they can hear, though. Okay. Hey, the Damons. Look at them. Sponsor of the Jimmy and Pat show, neither of which are on the headsets right now. Oh, you didn't transition it. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, my bad.
I got it.
Okay, sorry. The Wolverines start the second quarter with the ball. Swinging around. Number 44 pulls up for a shot, but not before traveling. She banked it home, for the record. Ball brought up the floor by number 4, Ellie Toon. Passes it over to Marin in the corner, or on the wing, I mean. He gets it in this McKenzie in the block. Ball swung around into Maddie in the corner, who passes it around to McKenzie on the block, and up and in for 2. The Wolverines swing it around. Number 30, Emily Vaughn, taking it at the top of the key for 3. Rebounded by number 22 of the Wolverines and put back in for 2. Ellie Toon is going to drive it all the way in. Is called for a charge as she tried to jump around number 22 of the Wolverines. And Coach Padgett, he likes the dribble drive in there. Ball in on the wing for the Wolverines into the corner. Skip pass to the top of the key. She looks inside but is unopened. She takes for a dribble drive, floater, and in for 2. I think they were mixed up on the play on that one. And Ellie Toon called for a reach-in on Vaughn of the Wolverines. And the bold substitute, number 20, Lily Van Suysen, for number 22, Marin Ziesman. Wolverines in at the wing, into the inside post. Tries for an across the lane pass, but it's intercepted by Mandy Seelover, who's just going to take it all the way down. And is called for a charge. The Bulls crowd not a fan of that one. And I think he told the score table the wrong number on the foul. Coach Padgett called him out. They're discussing it, and the number has changed. It was Mandy Seelover and not Maddie Pierce. Bolts press, working pretty well. They can't get the ball. Oh, they'll have the ball in. Okay. A skip pass intercepted by Mandy Seelover. Passed across, but that one tipped away by Vaughn. She drives all the way down, and her reversal layup is unsuccessful. That drive by Maddie Pierce called for a block on the shot, and she'll go up for 2. Maddie's first shot, up and off the mark. Check the comments for me. You click on that one and check the comments for me. Okay, we're good. The Bolts substitute in. Oh, I missed that one. They had a substitution. They took out number 22, Jenny Gielik. And Maddie's second shot, up and in for a point. Number 30, Vaughn, bringing it up the floor. Pass over into the short corner is off the mark. And the rebound taken for a jump ball. And it'll be the Bolts ball coming back after the jump. No, it was a jump ball. Ellie Toon bringing the ball up the floor, taking the screen. With the dive cut unsuccessful, over to the opposite side wing. She's going to drive in, and a nice left-handed shot up and in. Ellie Toon, oh, that's not even right. Vaughn bringing it up. Tipped away and given chase by Maddie Pierce, but she's unable to save it. It goes out for a Wolverines ball on the side, far side. Wolverines with it on the wing. Dribbles it up to the top of the key. Back over to the wing. She looks for an inside pass, but unable to connect. Over on the close side wing. Into the high post. Tries for a shot and up and in. Kind of toilet bowls around the rim a little bit and drops in. Can bring it up to the top of the key. Over to the near side wing. Nice face cut into the low post, but nothing of it. Nothing coming of it. Up. Pass to the wing, tipped away. And, oh man, I'm no good at this play-by-play thing. I just start watching. But it's the Wolverines ball under the basket. Laser pass into the high post. She tries for a drive and is called for a travel. So it'll be Bolt's ball with 4:37 left in the half. Brought up to the top of the key, passed out to the wing. Ooh. Misread the cut by Maddie Pierce, and the ball went out of bounds. Out of reach of Maddie. 2 subs coming in for the Bolts. Number 32, Sophie Meyer, coming in for Mandy Seelover. And number 14, Allie Padgett, coming in for number 10, Maddie Pierce. Ball into the high post quickly. Shot goes off. Rebounded by Mackenzie Essling after it rolls around on the floor for a little while. Brought up the floor by Sophie Meyer. Who kicks it up in an outlet to Allie Padgett, who has a pass out. Oh man, okay. Restart. Allie Padgett collects it in the corner, passes that out to the wing, skips over to the other wing, but got a little ahead of herself and let it go out of bounds. Weird static in my ears. Ball inbounded on a weird corner here. Big skip pass after the press break, and she is called for a travel before she pretty well drains a shot from the elbow. Bolts with the ball at the top of the key. A screen, nothing coming from it. Another one. And Ellie Toon's going to take it in for left-handed layup, but misses and goes off. And Lily Van Sice called for a foul on the dribble drive, bringing it back. And that will go for a 1-and-1. And as the Bolts reach 7 fouls on the half. Vaughn's first hits the front of the rim and goes short. Ball brought up the court by Sophie Meyer into the wing with Van Sice. He passes it in low, back out to the wing for Ellie Toon for 3, and it goes long. And the save attempt unsuccessful by Allie Padgett. After that, out of bounds. I'll let the Bolts set up their press against the Wolverines. And the big skip pass tipped out of bounds by Sophie Meyer. And it'll give the Wolverines the ball in that awkward half corner spot. It is. Big skip pass inbounded and missed out of the reach of the Wolverines, and rolls out of bounds without being touched over by the bench. So since it wasn't touched, it's going to go to the Bolts in that awkward corner spot. And they'll have the chance to bring the ball up the floor. High post entry. Collected by Mackenzie. Back over to the wing. And Ellie Toon drives in for an easy layup. Well, not so easy. I guess it was a layup. Wolverines with the ball on the wing, dribbles it up to the top of the key and over to the other wing. A ball into the high post. And tipped out by Allie Paget. Saved by Allie Paget. And then the Wolverines collected it on the sideline. And I think her hair touched out of bounds, and that's why it was called out of bounds. Or her elbow. I couldn't really see. Allie Paget for 3. Short, but rebounded by Ellie Toon, who drives in for a floater. Fouled on the floater before Lily collected it and put it in for 2. So Allie will go up. To the line for 2. 2 shots. Her first, up and in. And the Wolverines substitute in number 14, Colby Miller, for number 24, Angel Shiv. I'm not really sure I'm saying her last name right, and I apologize if I'm not. Ellie's second shot, in there for another point. And the press broken by a big skip pass. And she's just going to dribble, and is called for a carry as the ball kind of got out of her control a little bit. And we'll have a timeout by the GMG coach. A full-length timeout. And we'll take this opportunity to show some ads and look at the comments just to make sure. Nobody's commenting. Okay. Close this. There we go. Okay, I don't know why they're static every once in a while. So the Bulls leading 32-16 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Yep. Very good. Good work. My scoreboard worker's doing good here. Maybe. So the Bulls bringing it up to the top of the key, over to Sophie Meyer in the wing, who thinks about a dribble drive to the baseline side, and her pass back out to the wing is tipped out of bounds. Ellie Toon with the ball at the top of the key. Takes a screen over to the wing. Passes back to the top. Into the high post. Tries a drive. Kicks it out to the corner. Over to the wing. Who tries a drive. Nice pass into the low post to Lily Van Cise, up and in for 2. And the press wasn't set up quite right. It was almost over and back. And I think she stepped on the shoe of number 32, Sophie Meyer. Fell over and was called for a travel. So Bulls will get the ball back. Big skip pass into the nice short corner. And Lily Van Cise is called for a travel after a stutter step and pump fake. And she tips and saves the pass, but throws it back into the Wolverines. A big outlet pass over to number 44, who tries for a left-handed layup and is denied by Mackenzie Esslinger. And a big outlet pass tipped out of bounds by the Wolverines into the Bolts. Ball on the wing, over to the other wing, into Ellie Toon in the corner, whose shot goes long. Rebounded by Sophie Meyer, put back up and fouled on the shot. Sophie's first shot up and in. And the Wolverines substitute in number 24, Angel Shiv, for number 44, Adeline. I don't know how to say that last name. Sophie's second shot rims out. And she steals the dribble drive. Passes it in, out. And nice inside post pass to Mackenzie Esslinger, who was fouled on her shot. So she'll get one shot now, but she made it too. And her one, off the front iron, back iron and out. Rebounded by Sophie Meyer, whose shot goes long off the backboard. Number 30 in for a jump stop, pull-up jumper at the elbow, goes in. And come back. Here come the Bolts. Lily Van Sites with it on the wing, takes a dribble drive, nice crossover, allowing for a layup. And the Bolts are back into their press. Outlet pass tipped to number 30, and then tipped out of bounds by Sophie Meyer. Ball inbounded again by the Wolverines. Gets a bounce pass across the half-court line. And the ball on the wing for the Wolverines. Dribbled it back out to the almost half-court. Passed over on the wing, into the corner, but out of the reach of the Wolverines player. So with 19.8 seconds left in the half, the Bolts are gonna bring it down, and I assume try for the last shot. Sophie Meyer driving in. Late inbounds pass, or inside post pass. That goes out of bounds on the Wolverines. And so the Bolts will have it under the hoop with 8.5 seconds left. The inbounds play bounced into Mackenzie Esslinger, but goes out of bounds. I think there's miscommunication on the name of that one. Name of that play. In comes Brooke Bacon for the Bolts in place of Mackenzie Esslinger. Big skip pass over to the other side. And with 6 seconds, her dribble, and she's leaning into the defender, goes out of bounds. So it looks like the Wolverines are just going to put on a man press quick for 3 seconds. And Ellie Toon tried for a shot, maybe tried to get a foul call, but it was unsuccessful. So at the half, the Bolts lead the Wolverines by a margin of 39-18. We'll have a 10-minute halftime. Give them time to scroll some ads through. Look at these here. Happy you can hear us, Betsy. Quinn, you want to be my halftime guest? You want to be my halftime guest?
Sure.
Okay. So for halftime, decided just now, bringing on Corinne Padgett. Corinne's my halftime guest. Guest? Not the music. We don't want her to sing.
Oh, you might.
What? Sammy, you want a headset? She said no. All right,
Seemed
Corinne,
very
hold on.
against the headset. Oh, I'm loud.
You are loud. Hold on. I'm fixing things
Well, now
up
you're
here.
quiet.
I'm fixing things up here. Hold on.
All right, all right.
We should be the same now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you.
cool. Perfect. That's all we need.
I'm the halftime guest.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have anything to talk about.
We could talk about the JV game.
Okay. How was the
We
JV
won.
game? I mean, yeah.
For the girls won.
Mm.
The
Did you
Baxter
watch-
girls won.
Did you watch the boys?
I watched a little bit of boys. I
Uh-huh.
think when I left, GMG was leading by a few points, not many.
Yeah, I know it was close when I left.
It was
so.
very close, yes. Yeah.
Yep. What do you think of this game so far?
It's going good, I think.
Well,
What? It's going well.
There you go. Good work.
I think it's nice.
Okay, let me just go.
Thank you to everyone watching.
Yeah. 52.
52
Yep.
or 51?
52.
Oh.
Told you. Oh, the headphones are hurting my ears with the mask.
Well, why don't you take your mask off? We're
I'm
socially
not
distant.
allowed.
Social distance, everyone.
Not allowed.
You are not allowed to social distance anyone.
Hey, it's not that. We'll take this moment to thank our sponsors.
Yes,
You can
because
see them scrolling across the screen.
thank you, sponsors.
Yep. Wouldn't be able to do it without you.
Gonna shout out to our cameraman over here. She's a star. She appreciates it.
Yeah, I don't know why they're different, but it's okay.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay. That is just weird.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
understand
really know
technology
I don't know what they
very
mean
well.
either, so
I see it and I think congruent. And it
it doesn't say congruent.
no, it does not say congruent. No, I know.
It says
but
concurrent.
Right, but it looks like congruent.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Let's talk
understand
about
the
this game. Let's talk about this
confusion.
game.
Okay.
What do you
It's a
What do you think?
nice game.
Yep.
I'm really happy with the coaches that Baxter has this year.
Yeah.
Oh, they're nice.
I guess you have the inside scoop
I do have the inside scoop.
on the girls' team.
I feel like that should be a show, like the inside scoop. Da-na-na-na-na. You know, that could be like the.
Well, there's already a show called Inside Edition, right? Or
Yeah, but-
Insider Edition, something like that.
But inside scoop is what you want.
Make it. You can be the star.
Make it.
You can be the star of that.
You can be the star. You want to be
No,
the star?
no, I don't want to be the star.
You have the potential.
No,
No.
I'm all washed up. I'm old. I'm 19. What?
The time was at 1:01:01.
Wow.
I appreciate the little things. Could really go for a nap right now. Or food.
You just had food.
I could go for some more food. I like food. I am from Newton, just wanted to watch. We're happy to have you watch.
Yeah.
Tell your
hello.
friends. Get them to want to watch. It's a party.
If they want. It's not really a party. We're kind of talking about nonsense right now, and I'm not very good
That's
at play-by-play when it's actually
why
happening.
it's party. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are the sounds that are in my head.
Oh, good. Me too.
Yeah, I shouldn't have had you as a halftime guest.
No, you shouldn't have had me as a halftime guest.
That's okay, though. Live and learn.
No regrets.
Corinne's my scoreboard person.
I'm the scoreboard.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
She's
Go
doing
ahead.
she's doing a mighty fine job,
Oh,
I think.
Thank you, sir.
If they think otherwise, they can tell us now. But
What?
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 If our viewers think otherwise, if they think
yeah.
you're not doing a good job, they can tell us now.
If I need to do better,
Yeah.
just
Let us
tell
know.
me to do better.
I have 49 separate comments that just say "do better."
Yikes! Hey, we got a like.
That was a lovely note.
Spontaneous.
That was a lovely note.
Spontaneous burst of music.
There it is.
Do we need to mute our mics?
No, because then they wouldn't be able to hear us.
But if
Now we just have background music.
are you? Whoa, this could be copyright though.
Nah, we'll be all right.
Copyright? Yeah.
You can only here's how
Copyright, stop
copyright
us.
rules, right?
Okay.
Here's how the rules work.
Okay.
You can have 30 seconds
Uh-huh.
of any one piece in your
Uh-huh.
thing. So as long as they don't play more than 30 seconds of a copywritten song, we're fine.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm assuming that's why they had the short snippets of each song at the beginning of the game, the pregame.
Doesn't that bother you? Oh no, I guess you always skip songs halfway through, don't you?
I do not.
Yes, you do. All the time. All the time. You were just listening to music and you just, I'm tired of this song. You just, next.
That happens sometimes.
Bogus.
I admitted to it.
You what?
I admitted to it.
You do it all the time.
We're not arguing about this on air.
Huh?
We're not arguing about this on air.
I'm not arguing. You're arguing? I'm not arguing.
What's your problem?
I'm not. What? There is a stunning lack of freshmen on the Baxter team.
There isn't any, is there?
No, there's no freshmen on the
No.
Baxter team.
Managers.
There is 2 freshman managers. Yes.
Including our cameraman.
Including our amazing cameraman. Camerawoman.
Camerawoman.
We have great managers. And 2 people out with injury. Or, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yes. We have a very healthy girls basketball program.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically
Yeah.
speaking.
Because you do have 2 injuries.
Oh, right.
Or
3 now.
An injury and a sickness.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be all right, though.
She will be alright, but that was not the best thing to have when we only have 7 people on JV and one of them goes out with injury.
Yeah, that is true. And the other with a bloody nose.
Right. Constantly.
Yeah.
She constantly has a bloody nose. Never stops.
There's 7 people on JV turned into 5 very quickly.
Yes.
After, during the game, one went out with a knee tweak, and another came out with a bloody nose.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was towards the end of the first half, so it wasn't too long to play with just 5 people.
Right. For being unfortunate, we were very fortunate with our unfortunateness. Unfortunate.
Now you're just confusing people. Be nice. Don't confuse people.
My apologies.
Yep, we know Jada and Thomas.
Of course we know
They're
Jada
on
and
Corinne's
Thomas.
bowling team. Corinne's on their bowling team,
Yeah.
if we're being real.
I'm the subscribed bowler. Did you know that?
Yeah, you got your membership card.
Oh yeah. I don't really know what that means, but I got
means
it.
you're
I
official.
do have it.
All right, you need to take the ads off.
Yeah, we're gonna switch back over from ads to the real game.
Uh-huh. And quit talking about nonsense also.
Right. I'm gonna take these headphones back off.
Okay, I'm going to turn your microphone off. There you go. You know what? We're just going to unplug your microphone just to be safe. There we go. So the Wolverines will start with the ball for the second half. And they'll start with the same lineup they started with. And here we go. Second half's underway. Ball into the wing. I forgot to do play-by-play. Into the higher wing. Ball fakes, passes it into the low post, but it's intercepted by Ellie Toon. Tipped away and then intercepted. She's going to drive right into the top of the key. Pass down into the low post for a non-low post player. And it goes off of her fingertips and nearly out of bounds, and then is touched while out of bounds by Sophie Meyer for Wolverine ball. Bolts back into the same press they were in to start the game. The Wolverines methodically chipping away at it. Called for 10 seconds on that half of the court. So the Bolts will get the ball at the half-court line. Bring it in, pass it over to the wing for Sophie Meyer, who's trapped over there. Over to the high post. Into the corner for Ellie Toon, who puts it up and bounces off the rim, then the backboard of the rim and goes out. The outlet pass down to 42, up for the left-handed layup. And the rebound unable to be collected by the Wolverines, and it goes out of bounds off of her knee. That's the word. Forgot what a knee was called. Okay. And here comes that Toon, bringing the ball up the floor. Right up the middle. Right up the middle of the floor. She's trapped, but passes it over before she can get trapped. And as Maddie's looking for somewhere to pass, she loses the ball out of bounds, and it goes over to the Wolverines. I think she got a little flustered. Big skip pass on the inbounds play. And an outlet pass up to number 22, who decides to be patient and let the offense set up a little bit. Bounce pass into the high post. She drives down. Doesn't come to a jump stop. She traveled. Was called for a travel before she banked it home. And here come the Bolts. On the trap attempt, number 24 for the Wolverines is called for a foul, as Sophie tried to go around her. And Coach Padgett had an idea. Calls a 30-second timeout. Man, you are quick on those ads there. Lightning fast. Mm-hmm. And look at comments, too. It's a quick 30-second, though, so we won't look too long. Okay, nothing new. There you go. Nice. Good work. So it'll be Bolts ball on their side of the half-court line. I called it the halfway line earlier. I've been playing soccer for too long. Ball inbounded in the backcourt. Over to Sophie on the wing. Into Toon in the corner, who thinks about a shot but decides against it. Big skip pass into the low post for Maddie Pierce. And the ball's tipped around and eventually collected by the Wolverines. And getting ahead of herself is called for a travel before she can come to a stop. That one always got me, too. When I tried to stop and then drag my back foot, always got me. Ball driven in and collect into Sophie in the wing, who gives an over-the-top pass to oh my gosh, I can't talk. Over-the-top pass to Mackenzie, kicks it over to Maddie, goes up for a shot, misses the shot, collected by Lulu Van Sice, who's fouled on her putback attempt, and now she's going to shoot too. Yeah, or just rapid fire it at him. If you can't do it in real time, rapid fire recap. That's my philosophy. Lily's first shot. Up and in for 1 point. And her second. Up and off the rim for a missed one. Sophie rebounds it, puts it back up, and is called for a foul on her shot. So she'll get 2 shots. Sophie's first. Up and in. That was one of those nice ones where the rim barely, or the net barely even moves when it goes through. In for the Wolverines, number 32, Kaylia Duden. For number 22, Jenna Yelich. Sophie's second shot off the rim and out. And collected by the Wolverines. Dribbled off the foot of one of her teammates and collected by both teams for a jump ball. And it'll go back to the Bolts. Inbounded on the sideline by Sophie Meyer into the backcourt. She'll bring it up to the top of the key. Over to the wing. Over to the other wing. Into the inside. A really nice pass. And up for an easy 2 for Mackenzie Esslinger. And the press. Broken by a small dribble drive. And across the lane pass intercepted by Lily Van Sice. Taken up to the wing by Sophie Meyer. In for a nice bounce pass to Mackenzie. And a low post shot by Maddie Pierce goes up and in off the backboard. Bolts will get back into their press. And the high post shot attempt, no good. Brought down by Mackenzie Esslinger, who I don't think had room to land after coming down with it. And is called for her person guarding her is called for a foul. She's got 4. Ball will be brought up here by The Bolts right at the middle of the court. Over to the extended wing. Into Ellie Toon in the corner, who decides not against the shot, drives, kicks it back out to Sophie on the wing. Lily takes a shot at the top of the key, and it wasn't necessarily a swish, but she makes it. And that skip pass unsuccessful for the Wolverines. And in comes number 10, Josie Mason, for number 24, Angel Sheave. Ball inbounded into the backcourt by the Bolts. Taken all the way around by Sophie Meyer into the corner to Maddie Pierce, who tries for a drive around and gets the body call. Oh, and the Bolts are doing a 5-man switcheroo. 5-woman switcheroo. So they'll bring in, taking everybody out, they'll bring in number 14, Allie Patchett, number 22, Maren Ziesman, number 30, Bree Buswell, number 24, Cassie Berg, and number 34, Mandy Sealover. Ball inbounded to Sealover in the corner. Allie taking it in the post. Back out to Sealover. Allie in the corner. Inside pass to Maren Ziesman, and she's fouled as the ball gets to her. So the Bolts will have another underneath inbounds play. Inbounded between to Bree Buswell, whose layup goes off the rim, and the pass is intercepted by Cassie Berg. Oh, and the layup is missed, but she gets her own rebound, and as she's getting the rebound, is fouled from behind. And Cassie Berg will shoot 1-1. Yeah, come on. You're behind on your fouls. Cassie's first. Misses everything. I think she was a little flustered. And the Wolverines do a 5-person switcheroo. We're getting all the 5 people switcheroos. This is great. Okay, in for the Wolverines. Number 20, Emily Clausen. Number 14, Colby Miller. Number 44, Reese Dielman. Number 34, Stephanie Clausen. And number 50, Alice Hunt. Ooh. I missed all that, but it's going to be the Wolverines' ball on the sideline, on the near side here. With 4 minutes left in the third period. Ball inbounded to the Wolverines, from the Wolverines. To the top of the key. Looks for a skip pass into the corner. It's mishandled by the receiver and goes out of bounds for Bolts basketball. Mandy inbounds it to Bree. Bree to the top of the key, over to the wing with Mandy. Back inside with Bree. Takes in for the left-handed layup, but goes off. And that'll be a pancaked jump ball. That's what I like to call it, a pancake jump ball. Because when you go up, and they like put their hand on top and the bottom of it, that's like a pancake. They pancake the ball in between their hands. And it's called a jump ball automatically. The Bolts press broken here by a pass. Nice little 2-footed jump hop. And the ball will be brought up by Bree Buswell of the Bolts. She'll drive around, kick it over to Mandy in the corner. Gives it to Cassie on the wing. Dribbles around the screen. Back into Mandy in the other corner, who tries a shot, but it goes long. Rebounded by Marin. He tries for a pass. The ball is tipped around. Collected by the Wolverines in the middle of the lane, but the outlet pass is mishandled and collected by everybody for a jump ball. Jumped on by everybody for a jump ball. I wouldn't even say collected, it was just swarmed. Bree to Allie on the wing, into Mandy in the corner. She'll dribble up to the wing, kind of cut in a little bit. Marin at the elbow. Tries for a shot, it goes off the rim. And rebounded by the Wolverines and will be brought up the floor. Right to the wing. Skip pass over to the other wing. Stolen by Allie. Dribbled off her own foot out of bounds. And she wanted that one. You could see it. You could see it after. She wanted to go down and just slam it home, And coming in for the Wolverines is number 10, Josie Mason, for number 50, Alice Hunt. A flash in to the short corner, and the skip pass attempted for that, but just out of the reach of the number 10. No. Yeah, pass was from number 14. Brought up the floor by Brie Buswell, takes the screen, and just gets a nice little give and go action for a layup into on the right side. Cassie Berg came in really hot on that one and bumped her for a push foul. And that's the Bolts' first foul of the half. First team foul. And in for the Bolts comes number 40, Brooke Bacon, for number 14, Allie Badgett. Bolts with a much looser press. That pass intercepted by Mandy Seelover. Kicked up to Brie Buswell. Out to Brooke Bacon on the wing. Tries for a three and drains it home. Cassie Berger nearly with a steal, but tipped around. Collected by Brooke Bacon, who's going to pass it up to Cassie Berg. It's tipped away from White, apparently off of Cassie's knee again, and out of bounds. So the Wolverines will bring the ball to the floor. Wolverines with it on the wing, but a travel called before anything can come from it. Brie Buswell bringing the ball down the floor for the Bolts again. A little iffy jump stop there. And another give and go action, and that is that she's driving to the court, to the hole. He's called for or has a foul called against her. And so Bree will shoot one-on-one. Excuse me, her first in and out. Collected in by the Wolverines in the corner. The pass tipped out of bounds and hits Bolts head coach Eric Padgett. Again with a loose press out of the Bolts. And a reach-in foul called on number 24, Cassie Berg. She's being aggressive. You can't fault her for that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Well, not everybody's going to call that either. Oh, that inside pass tipped away. That'll be brought up by outlet pass to Cassie Berg. Over to Brooke Bacon in the corner. And Brooke will be called for a forearm push-off. Offensive foul. And the Wolverines will bring it up with 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Drive in on the baseline. Kicked out for a short wing, I guess we'd call that. Unsuccessful. Rebounded by Brooke Bacon, and it'll take us to the end of the quarter. So this will bring us to the start of the fourth quarter. And both teams going back to their starting lineups. Looks like two more 5-person switcheroos. You know, check the comments for me. Those weren't on there the whole time, were they? Bill, we're happy to have you. Mr. Fundermark, I suppose I should say. Use formalities. We're happy to have you. So the Bolts at the end of the third period, taking a commanding 53-18 lead over the GMG Wolverines. After this game, we'll bring you the boys' varsity action. You know. And this will be the season opener for both of those teams, I believe, right? Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay, here we go. Start of the fourth period. Wolverines will bring the ball up the floor. Both teams back with their starters in. Into the corner for the Wolverines. She's looking for some baseline drive, unsuccessful. Skip pass up to the top of the key. Tipped and then gathered by Wolverines player, into the high post. She looks around, breaking the glass around, as we would call that. And as she tries to drive around, draws the foul out of number 12, Mackenzie Esslinger. Is that her? Oh, it's her second. So the inbounds play for the Wolverines. In the corner, out to the wing. Back to the wing, to the true wing. And the dribble lost and gathered by number 12, Mackenzie Esslinger, whose pass is unsuccessful. Taken into the high post, right on the free throw line for a 2-point jumper. Bolts over to the wing. A 3 for Maddie Pierce goes long. I wasn't paying any attention to that. Okay, outlet layup by the Wolverines unsuccessful, and the Bolts will come charging back. Storming back, as I should have said. And a layup by Maddie Pierce successful on that one. So the Bolts dropping the press now with a 35-point lead. Nice little dribble drive and dish into the low post for 2 points out of the Wolverines. LA bringing it back up the floor for the Bolts. Passes it into Mackenzie in the short corner, who tries to draw the foul, but it's unsuccessful. Rebounded by Lily Van Sice, who puts it up and in for 2 off the back. And here come the Bolts with another 5-person switcheroo. Checking in. A long 2 for the Wolverines. Goes off the front iron and then the backboard. Big skip pass down the outlet. Maddie wasn't looking for it. But that'll bring in the substitutions for the Bolts. So in for the Bolts is number 24, Cassie Berg, number 30, Bree Buswell, number 40, Brooke Bacon, number 34, Mandy Sealover, and number 22, Maren Ziesman. They come up with the loose press again. The Wolverines charging around, swinging it around, over to the far side wing. Back into the far side wing, tries for 3. That shot short, goes off to the rim and out of bounds. Bolts on their way back through. Over to the wing, into the top, at the same wing, but with a different person. Nice little post pass, post entry pass, and the ball is tipped around, tip drill like crazy. And the Bolts come up with it.
All right, set it up. Come on.
And that entry pass unsuccessful, tipped away and gathered by the Wolverines. And they're just going to come dribbling up the floor. That dribble lost and collected by Bree. She's dribbling all the way to the left side for a layup and puts it in. She's taking it all the way herself. Wolverines on the far side wing. Into the, what do you call that? The elbow extended, I guess. Bree's going to take it, gets tripped up a little bit. Okay, she's going to slow down. Pass it out to Brooke Bacon, who tries for a long 2. That falls short. And the dribble drive all the way down by the Wolverines. Passed out for a couple tried shots. Oh my gosh, we're going back and forth so fast I can't even keep up. Okay, in for the Bolts comes Allie Paget for number 30, Bree Buswell. And the Wolverines, you know what they call that? 5-person switcheroo. In for the Wolverines, number 20, Emily Clausen, number 14, Colby Miller, number 10, Josie Mason, number 32, Kaylia Duden, and who haven't I said yet? 34, Stephanie Clausen. Wolverines with the ball at the top of the key. Takes for a dribble drive, passes it back out to the wing. Roll pass out to the wing, tries for 3, unsuccessful. Collected in a fight by Cassie Berg and number 20, Emily Clausen for a jump ball. Ball will be brought up, not brung up. That sounded nasty coming out of my mouth. Over to Brooke Bacon in the wing, who tries for three, and it goes long off the backboard. Collected by the Wolverines. And she took a few steps. Marin fighting for the ball and winning it. Passing it over to Brooke Bacon, who's going to take it up the sideline. She's going to take it up right to the wing, into the hole. Cassie Bird just had the ball just taken away from her, and she got knocked down on her butt. And here we go. Wolverines come charging back. Number 14 almost went into a split after being fouled by Allie Badgett. And in for the Wolverines comes number 44, Reese Dealham, and number 12, Lana Carter. And number 50, Alice Hunt. Skip pass over to the wing. Entry pass to the short post. That shot taken off the backboard and the rim. On an outlet pass over to Allie Padgett. She's going to take it up the sideline. Jump stop over to the top of the key, into the elbow for Marin, whose shot falls short. That outlet pass intercepted by Cassie Berg, who's just going to take it in for a layup. That shot goes long off the backboard. And will be it'll be Baxter Bolt's ball with under a minute left to play. And inbounded to Marin Ziesman for an easy layup, easy 2 points. And the Wolverines will come down the floor. He's going to take it in for a drive, stops in the middle of the lane, passes it out for an unsuccessful 2-point shot. And Cassie Berg will bring it up the opposite sideline. And she'll just take it all the way in, and her layup will be unsuccessful. Allie Padgett for a long 2 on the wing. That shot off the mark and tipped around, ending up with Baxter ball. And with 10 seconds left, I'm guessing, probably not looking for a shot, but we're going to take it anyways. 3 from Brooke Bacon in the corner. And Cassie's just going to throw it up because she's getting fouled. And that'll bring us to the end of the game. The Bolts look pretty good in that one, bringing the final score to Baxter Bolts 61, GMG Wolverines 22. They end the game with the wave because they can't do any handshakes. And we'll be back in however long with the boys varsity game. Alrighty, here we go. Getting right underway here. Excuse me. Alright, so we are here with varsity boys basketball now between the GMG Wolverines and the Baxter Bolts. Huh? What? Yeah.
We encourage fans to enthusiastically support their team, recognize outstanding performance of opponents, and always exhibit good sportsmanship in their words and actions. Thank you. And now here are tonight's starting lineup.
Alright, starting lineups. First for the Bolts. Number 1, junior Rory Hare. He'll do his little fake thing. Oh, we're going back and forth. So for GMG, number 0, Avery Bryant. We're not allowed to do handshakes, so that's awkward. Next for the Bolts is number 10, Kale Johnston. And next for the Wolverines is freshman number 10, Austin Vavrica. The next for the Bolts is number 21, Carson Scroggins, a sophomore. For the Wolverines is number 12, a freshman, Jabari Woodbury. Next for the Bolts is number 23, a sophomore, Cody Damon. Next for GMG, number 20, Cooper Gill, a junior. And for the Bolts, number 42, a junior, Nate McMiniman. And for GMG, number 50, Braden Duden. Oh, Abe Dealman. Sorry, I read the wrong name. He's a junior. Are we doing another national anthem? What do you think?
Your officials for tonight's game are Deidre, the crossover Moore, Corbin, don't hang on the rim, brain guard, and Jeremy, I see all the calls, Ziegler.
All right, we already did national anthems. We're not doing it again. The Bolts are coached by Stephen Folkerts, Jalen Sickles, Ryan Travis, and head coached by Zach Hasselbrink. And the Wolverines are coached by Gary Link, and assistant coach Michael Plett. And we're about to get underway here in Garwin for varsity boys basketball. You have so many water bottles on this table. With all of the technology. Well, they didn't have root beer. What'd you want me to do? All right, the tip-off. Won by the Bolts. And they'll set up Kale Johnson on the far side wing. Passes over to Rory on the near side wing, and that ball lost, regained by the Wolverines for a left-handed layup and the first 2 points of the game. Cody Damon will bring the ball back up the floor. Over to Rory Hare in the corner. Drives in, tries baseline, doesn't like it. Passes out to Cody on the wing, who drives in, doesn't like it. Passes out to short corner with Carson Scroggins, who pulls up for 2. Shot goes long and rebounded by the Wolverines. Ball, big outlet pass to the other end of the floor. That shot way long over and rebounded by Rory Hare. Are we moving the camera here? All right, I missed that. There was a foul on GMG's number 10. The Bolts will have an under the basket inbounds play. Quick into Carson Scroggins, who catches it, puts it up, misses. Rebounded by Nate McMiniman, who misses his putback. And as they're fighting for the ball, the GMG player is standing out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Bolts in the same spot. That pass right into Nate McMiniman, who's fouled on his way up for an and one. And that'll be the Bolts' first 2 points of the season. Nate's first shot off the back iron. Rebounded way in the corner by the Wolverines. Wolverines on the attack. At the top of the key. Drives in the middle of the lane. Passes out to the wing. Tries the top of the key around. Swung around into the corner. Into the low post. Up to the high post. A drive. And what looked like may have been a travel was actually called a foul on Cody Damon of the Bolts. So the inbounds play under the basket for the Wolverines. Back to the corner. Over to the top of the key. Swung around to the wing. Back around to the wing. Into the low post. Short corner. He tries for a medium length two, and it goes long. Rebounded by Carson Scroggins out in the corner. Cody Damon driving all the way down into the middle. Passes it out to the short corner with Nate McMiniman, whose shot goes long off the back iron and back rebounded by the Wolverines. Wolverines back on a quick attack in the short corner. That shot falls for two. Cody bringing it up to the wing. Thinks about looking for a screen. Passes it over to Carson Scroggins instead at the top of the key. Looks over to the wing. Dribble around to the top of the key. Back to the wing. Far side wing. Cody, like the little face cut, puts it up and in for a two-point jumper. Wolverines with it on the near side wing over to the top of the key. Skip pass to the corner. He's looking in but can't find an opening. That dribbled in up to the top of the key. Rory trying to fluster him into the high post. He looks at the drop down pass. Instead passes it back out to the perimeter. Ball in the corner. He's looking for an inside shot. Takes it to the elbow extended. Misses his shot. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Put back for two by number 0, Bryant. Cody Damon on the attack. Pulls up for three. That shot off the mark and rebounded by the Wolverines. Big lead pass into the low post and an easy 2 points over the top of the Bolts defender for number 50, Abe Dielman. Bolts trying to set up a play here. Get it around. Over to Cody Damon for the three, and that one's knocked down for three. Bolts with a loose one-man press up to the outlet into the low post. He's trying for something, and Cody Damon steps in, tries to grab at the ball, and is successful in getting the jump ball call. That possession will go to the Wolverines underneath the basket. Big lob pass out to the perimeter. Swung around to the corner. Skip pass to the top. Back around to the other wing. Drives in the middle. Long two for number 10. And it's off the mark. Rebounded by the Bolts. Some fancy maneuvering here by Kale Johnson. Misses his layup after getting the ball. That pass intercepted by Cody Damon. And passed back out. And he fell down and got right back up real fast. And we're going back and forth here for a bit. As that dribble is stolen by Carson Scroggins. Cody Damon on the charge. Passes it up to Kale Johnson. Goes up and into the contact and rolls around the rim for two. Big outlet pass to the near side wing. Takes a couple of dribbles. Nice little across the lane pass for two for number 50, Dielman. Cody Damon bringing it up, passes it out to Carson Scroggins, who tries for three. And that one good. So our score now, GMG 10, Bolts 12, with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Wolverines looking to swing it around maybe. Once, tries for a shot, got a V-cut. Nice pass behind his head to number 50, Dielman, who puts it up and in for two. Bulls trying to slow it down a little bit, I think. Cody Damon calling for the ISO play. Drives it in, puts it up and in on a nice little up and around move. Puts some spin on the ball to get it go off the backboard at a certain angle. Outlet pass to the wing. Short corner shot for number 12, Jabari Woodbury, and goes up and in. Ball up again by Cody Damon over to Carson Scroggins on the wing. Passes it up to Rory Hare on the top of the key. He fakes a shot, pulls back, passes it out to Cale Johnson, who mishandles it and resets himself. Rory on the far side wing, dribbles it up to the top for a handoff pass to Cody Damon, who tries for three and knocks it down. GMG playing the Baxter slow game here. Ball swung around on the far side to the corner to Woodbury. Out to the near halfway line. Rory Hare called for a foul. Didn't really like it. In for the Bolts because number 32, Trice Clapper, and number 14, Kale Shepley for Cale Johnson and Nate McMiniman. And in for the Wolverines is number 24, Zach Kroll, who tries for a shot and falls short. And number 54, Braden Duden. Cody Damon tried for a low block shot from the hip up and is called for a foul across his arm, leaving number 20, Cooper Gill, with 2 shots at the line. His first in there, and in comes Cale Johnston back into the game after a real short break for Cody Damon. Gill's next shot. In there for the 2. And GMG coming out of the free throw with a press. Over to the pass over from Cale Johnston to Carson Scroggins in the middle of the court. And as Carson caught it, he was fouled. So the Bolts will get it on the near side sideline right here next to the half-court line. And into the game comes number 10, Austin Vaverka, back into the game for Jabari Woodbury. Hale's just going to take it all the way in, pump fake, and goes up for 2 on the left side. GMG driving all the way down. That pass tipped away by Rory Hare, and battle all the way down to the ball. But it'll go out of bounds on the Bolts. GMG will bring it back up the floor. Pass over to the wing, back to the top of the key. He looks inside for the cut and is unable to find it. Back out to the near side wing. There's a high post screen. That pass tipped, but still collected by the Wolverines. Straight up defense out of the Bolts. That drive into the middle of the lane. He tried to find an easy shot, couldn't get it. Rebounded by the Bolts and knocked out of bounds by the Wolverines. And into the game comes number 42, Nate McMiniman for Trice Clapper. Cale Johnson bringing it down, pass over to Cale Shepley on the wing, hands off to Carson Scroggins, who tries the inside. Gets in, the ball just barely sits on the rim and falls out. Outlet pass to the short corner, and that shot blocked by Carson Scroggins. Rebounded by the Bolts, and Cale Johnson will start to bring it up. Carson Scroggins on his drive attempt is fouled as the clock winds down to 0.4 seconds. The inbounds play unsuccessful on the quick tip shot. And that'll bring it to the end of a very quick first period. With a score of Baxter 19, GMG 16. And no new comments. All right, so this is a quick game. So far, fairly evenly paced. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. As we get started in the second period, the Bolts will bring back out the same squad they ended the quarter with, and so will the Wolverines, actually. I think. Pretty sure. Bolts will start with the ball here and run away in the second quarter. Over to Kale Shepley on the wing. Carson out in the wide side. Carson trying to drive, gets the ball lost. Recovers it, goes back up for two. Wolverines coming back. Outlet up to the wing. Swung across to the top of the key. Over to the other wing. Bounce pass into the wing. And that one's going to be mishandled, and will go over to the backcourt for the Wolverines and called for over and back as Cooper Gill was first to the ball. And into the game for the Wolverines comes number 12, Jabari Woodbury for Cooper Gill. Kale Shepley with the ball on the far side wing. Swings it up to Carson Scroggins on the top. Over to Kale, who tries an inside drive. Carson at the top of the key. Drains the three. Quick return from the Wolverines as they swing it to the corner to the top of the key. Bryant for three, misses. Rebounded by Rory Hare. Skip over to Carson Scroggins, intercepted. And Kale Johnson called for a foul on a made layup. And that'll send number 24, Zach Kroll, to the line. And Coach Hasselberg very unhappy with that one. And his shot goes in. Wolverines into their press. A trap in the corner. Carson Scroggins will just drive it up the middle. For a nice drive. Gets around all the defenders, but is unable to convert the layup. Coach Hass wanted to travel there, was unable to get it, as number 54, Abe Dielman, goes up and over the defender for two. Kale Johnson bring it up the floor. To Carson at the top of the key, passes it over to Kale Shepley. Gives it to Rory in the elbow. Nice face cut, and two on the left-handed layup for Rory Hare, and a foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot one. Into the game for the Wolverines is number 50, Abe Dielman, and for the Bolts, number 23, Cody Damon. Wolverines one shot. In there. Wolverines' first pass is tipped away by the Bolts. Rory Hare, and he wanted that one. He wanted to grab it. They'll settle for a disruption on the tip. The inbounds pass over to the far side wing, back to the top of the key, into the drive for a pull-up jumper, and that's two. Cody Damon back into the game. driving it up, setting up the offense. Give it to Rory here on the wing, who tried the baseline drive. Pass it back out to Carson Scroggins, who'll go up for 2, try to get the foul, but won't get it. Nate McMiniman with the rebound, go back up for 2, fouled on the way up, but the shot no good. Nate's first shot. Off the rim. And out. Second. Up. Off the back iron. Up. Straight up and in. That pass misread by the Wolverines offense. Grabbed by Cody Damon, taken all the way in for a right-handed layup. And it'll cause the Wolverines to take a timeout, their first of the half. Check the comments. Nothing new. All right. So the Wolverines with 6 total team fouls so far on the half. Next, we'll give the Bolts a bonus, the 1-and-1. Coach has taken his time in the timeout. And they're out now. Ball swung around to the close near side wing. Cody Damon went up for the interception on that pass. Got tangled up and fell. Fell to the ground, called for the foul. He was a little late getting to that one. And Kale Johnson seems to be checking in. I'm going to guess it's for Cody. And Cody is not happy with himself there. So the Bolts playing some tight man, maybe. I can't really tell what defense it is. Avery Bryant going up for the shot. And that pass, or that shot. Carson Scroggins called for a foul. That one I don't know about. Here's what I'm going to say. I won't say it. Avery Bryant's first shot. Off the mark. In the second, same. Two Bolts fighting for the rebound a little bit there, but okay. Brought up by Kill Shepley. Skip pass to the corner for Kill Johnston. Out to the extended wing for Carson Scroggins. Back to the regular wing for Kill Johnston. Tries to spin move. Nice little pull-up jumper. Off the mark. And rebound by the Wolverines. Lead pass into the block for a layup. Missed, rebounded by the Wolverines and put back in. Bolts with the ball back. Rory on the wing. Into Kale on the face cut. Kale Shepley on the face cut. Back out to Rory on the wing. He tries for a step back. Thinks about it. Decides not to shoot. Ball swung around to Carson Scroggins on the near wing. Rory wanting a inside cut. Gets away from his man. Thinks about a shot. Decides against it. Passes to the top of the key. They're doing a little weave thing here. Carson Scroggins tries for 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Kale Johnston. Pass over to Rory Hare for 3. And off the mark again. Carson Scroggins with the rebound. Goes up. Puts it in. Banks it home for 2. That pass tipped. Swing pass over to the far side tipped. The shot missed, but got his own rebound. And put it up and put it in for 2. Carson Scroggins with the ball in the extended wing. Tries to drive baseline side and gets the foul call. Ball inbounded to Kale in the corner. Drives in, goes up for a layup, and is called for, or gets a foul called on him. They're not on him, I guess. Anyways, he'll be shooting 2. He's shooting 2. His first. Up and in. And the Wolverines bring in number 24, Zach Kroll. And Kale's second. Up and in. Nice and easy. Wolverines bring the ball up the floor. Bounce pass to the top of the key, over to the near side wing, in for a long 2 from Kroll. Way off the mark, but rebounded by Bryant. And he mishandled it, went to the floor, and Nate McMiniman jumped on it for a jump ball. Big skip pass on the inbounds play to the top of the key. Pass it swung around, tipped up, but still caught by the corner man. Bryant trying to get something inside, but the Bulls crashed down on him. That pass tipped and intercepted by Carson Scroggins, who tries for something fancy, trying to draw a foul, and missed and gets rebounded by the Wolverines. That one up and over McMiniman for 2. And here come the Bolts. Kale Johnson over to Rory on the wing. Thinks about a shot, decides against it. Looks for a handoff to Carson Scroggins, who tries for a long 2. Fading away a little bit, and it's unsuccessful. It goes long. And the Wolverines with the ball in the near side wing. A shot at the middle of the lane. Up and in on a bank for 2. Kale Johnson over Kale Shepley on the elbow. And a handoff pass punched out of bounds by the Wolverines. That was a nice hefty thud, and it flew away, you know. The inbounds play to Rory Hare. He got up in that one, up for that one. Ball tipped and grabbed by Kale Johnson into Nate McMiniman, who has the ball taken away from him. Goes up for a 2-point shot. Doesn't get the foul call, and then on the rebound, Rory Harris called for a foul. And Coach Haas, he's angry. And it'll send number 10, Austin Vaverka, to the line for the Wolverines. And into the game for GMG is number 54, Braden Duden. Vaverka to the line for a 1-on-1. The first one well off the mark. Grabbed by Carson Scroggins. Brought up the floor by Rory Hare up to Kale Johnson and on an outlet. Takes a stutter step. Comes up for a floater. That's long. Goes to Kale Shepley, who puts it up and in for 2 from the long. The elbow extended. Pass to the corner for the Wolverines. Try for 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Duden. His putback in and out of the rim. And after a smattering of tips, the next putback eventually goes out of bounds in favor of the Bolts. The drive unsuccessful, passed out to Rory Hare. He thinks he double dribbled, but he decided, but apparently not. Pass swung around to Kale Johnson in the corner, who drives into the short corner. His shot off the mark. Rebounded by himself. Passed around, out to Rory Hare, whose shot goes in and out off the rim. Wolverines on an outlet pass. That shot way short. Airballed and gathered by Nate McMiniman. Oh, man. I think everybody's trying to hurry themselves, and it's looking a little sloppy. Number 20, Gill from the short corner, gathered by Carson Scroggins after the miss. Kale Johnson's going to take it in and bank home a spin around layup for 2. And that shot to end the half off the side of the backboard. So after the second quarter, we have Bulls leading the Wolverines by a score of 38-31. And we'll take a 10-minute halftime. Alrighty, as we near the end of the halftime. Both the Bolts and the Wolverines back out on the floor warming up. You can leave it over there. It's not a big deal.
Nothing.
Okay. Should be the Bolts ball at the end of the start of this half, I guess. The end of the halftime is what I was thinking. All right, and here we are for the start of the second half. They better change that from an H to a 3. Oh, nice. Here we go. First pass tipped away and intercepted by the Wolverines. They charge down. A short corner shot from number 10, Viverka is good. And it'll go in on the baseline for the Bolts. Scroggins with it on the wing. Tries driving in, makes a man miss. Goes up and is fouled on his way up for a left-handed layup, and it'll go to the line for 2. His first up and in for 1. And the second. In and out of the rim for a miss, but it rebounded by Nate McMiniman and put back for 2. The 2 free throws turns into a 3-point play. Bryant with it on the top of the key. Screens for Woodbury at the top of the key. They're all just driving through the top of the key. Woodbury's shot off the mark. Rolled in and out of the hands of number 50 Dealman and collected by Cale Johnson. Passes it across to the opposite wing for Cody Damon. Into the high post for Rory Hare. Gives a bounce pass to Carson Scroggins in the corner. Rory drives to the corner, kicks it out to the wing. Takes one dribble, passes it over to Cody. Cody to Cale in the wing. That entry pass tipped and stolen by the Wolverines, and they're back on their side. Over on the wing to the top of the key. Back over to the opposite wing. Entry pass in. Onto the wing for a 3 for Woodbury, and it goes in. Cale Johnson with the ball on the wing. Takes a screen from Carson Scroggins. Doesn't go anywhere with it. Nate McMiniman on the top of the key. Over to Cody on the drive in. Thinks he gets fouled, misses. Nate McMiniman with the rebound. Gets fouled on the power dribble. Cody Damon. What? She's laughing at me. They're going with the classic dizzy play. Ball skipped out to Carson at the top of the key. Over to Cody on the wing. Rory in the corner. And an entry pass called for a foul, a reach-in foul on number 50, Abe Dealman. An entry pass into Nate McMiniman, and he's fouled on the way up. Puts it in for 2, and he gets the and 1. So 4 quick fouls out of the Wolverines in 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock. Nate's and 1 shot. Up and in. Wolverines with the ball on the wing. In on a cut. Shots off the mark. Rebounded by Carson Scroggins. He's just going to bring it up himself. That dribble tipped away, collected by Woodbury. Gives a big lead pass, but it's just out of the reach of Gill. Number 20, Cooper Gill, who tries to throw it back in, but just spikes it out of bounds. After a couple quick exchanges, the Bolts are bringing the ball back up the court. A screen, a very nice pass out of Cody over to Nate McMiniman around the lane. And Nate is fouled on the way up, and he'll go back to the line for 2 more. Jabari Woodbury with his 4th foul is being substituted out for number 24, Zach Kroll, as Nate McMiniman's first shot goes in. And into the game for the Bolts is Cale Shepley in place of Rory Hare. McMiniman's second shot. Up and in. Wolverines come back down the floor. From the top of the key over to the wing. Back to the top of the key. Over to the opposite wing. Back to the top. Swinging around those top 3 positions quite a bit. Short corner jumper up and in after bouncing around for a little bit. We got the touch and the roll. Here comes Cody Damon, leading the charge for the Bolts. He'll hand off to Cale Shepley on the wing, who passes it up to Cale Johnson on the top of the key. Drives in, spin move, and a delayed shot tipped away and collected by the Wolverines. On the wing, he tries a baseline drive. His shot, I think tipped, but still went in. Nice little reverse layup out of number 20, Cooper Gill. Cale Johnson in the corner, thinks about a shot, takes a second look. That shot is short off the front of the rim. Avery Bryant with his drive. Takes up for a contested left-handed layup. And Cody Damon is just going to drive in. Tries for a fadeaway layup. Can't get it to fall in. Nate McMiniman with the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off the Wolverines. Scroggins for 3, and that'll go. Wolverines coming back down the floor. Bryant with it at the top of the key, over to Krull on the far side wing. He'll try a lane drive and go up and in for a right-handed layup. Cody Damon trying for a drive on the left side. That shot rims out and is collected by the Wolverines. Outlet pass out to Bryant. Skipped across to the opposite side wing for Gill, who takes a second look at a long 2, and that shot off the mark. Into the game for the Wolverines, number 54, Braden Duden, and number 14. What the heck? I don't have a number 14 on this thing. Oh, he's number 14. And then into the game for the Bolts is number 32, Trice Clapper. Kale Johnson with the ball in the wing for the Bolts. Over to Trice at the top of the key, who passes it over to Cody on the other side wing. And he'll go up for a shot. Won't get the foul call. He's angry about it, and he's going to hustle back. A couple missed shots by the Wolverines, gives the ball back to the Bolts. And they're going to charge up the floor. Scroggins with it on the opposite side wing. He thinks about the drive. Doesn't like it. Kale Johnson with it on the near side wing here. Over to handoff to Cody Damon. He misses the three-point attempt, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by the Wolverines. And into the game comes number 20, Cooper Gill, for number 10, Austin Viverka. Viverka? I think it's Viverka. I think that's what he said. Carson Scroggins with the ball in the corner. Passes over to Cody. Swing all the way around for Kale Johnson in the opposite side corner, and he'll put down home the three. Avery Bryant for three from the top of the key, and that'll go. They're just trading at this point. Cody Damon trying the right side. Small pass to Trice Clapper. But Cody is fouled on the drive before the pass. And Bolts will get the ball into the hoop. Into the game comes number 10, Austin Viverka, for number 14, who I don't even have on the roster. Mounds play, I think unsuccessful. Goes over to Carson Scroggins, who loses the ball off the dribble and is collected by the Wolverines. A long two for the Wolverines goes in. Bolts swinging the ball around the top three positions there on the perimeter. Entry pass into Trice Clapper. It's tipped from over him. And Baxter Bolts coach Hasselbrink receives a technical for something he said. It wasn't a timeout. It was a technical. It was a technical foul. Must have said something. So at the line for the Wolverines, taking the two technical free throws, is number 20, Cooper Gill. He'll put the first one in. And the second one will go in as well. So the Bolts' first team foul in the half is a technical from their coach. And into the game for the Bolts comes number 1, Rory Hare. Wolverines in on the ball on the near sideline. Swinging around the top a little bit. Tries for an inside three from Kroll. That'll go long off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Scroggins, but he's trapped in the corner. And Coach Hasselbrink will call a timeout from his seated position as Scroggins was trapped in the corner. So with a minute 30 left in this third period, the Bolts lead by 1, a score of 52-51. You can try to straighten it. Try to straighten it.
I've tried. There's nothing I can do. So I just hold it the entire time. Then I'm going to be able to use one leg.
Yeah. The boys team tripod is a little janky and it's causing the everything to be tilted. So we're going to try to fix it a little bit, but I don't know that there's much we can do. The first one on the minute timeout. That's a little better. All right, so the Bolts ball. Oh, they get the awkward corner spot. Scroggins inbound to Damon. And we're under a minute and a half left in the third period here. Wolverines playing a fairly tight man. Bolts swinging it around to try to avoid it. Tries Clapper inside. He'll go up again. Fouled on the rebound. And he'll get to shoot 1-and-1. It's just leave it. It's fine. Tries his first. Up. Bounces around a little bit, but rebounded by Rory Hare. And then his putback goes out of bounds off of the Bolts. The Wolverines will come back, trying to take the lead in this game. Bryant with the ball in the short wing. So we're out to the high post. He passes it over to the corner. And that pass mishandled by the receiver, and it goes out of bounds. And into the game for the, what? Oh, the awkward corner spot. Into the game for the Wolverines is number 50, Abe Dielman. Caleb Johnson with the ball on the wing. Passes it over to Cody on the opposite wing, who drives in, a Euro step, and puts it in for two. Cody hustling back to contest a long two. That shot rebounded by Rory Hare, and he's fouled on the rebound. And Rory Hare will shoot the 1-and-1. And back into the game comes number 0, Avery Bryant, after number 50, Abe Dielman, has his fourth foul called on him. Rory's first. Up and in. In a second. Up and in. Bolts looking not to foul in this last 20 seconds of this. Playing very straight up defense. A floater goes up and in for two, and he's fouled on the play, on the shot. So he'll get the and one. That foul on number 10, Cale Johnston of the Bolts. So he'll get one shot. That one up and in. Bolts have 10 seconds to get the ball down the floor. That shot short. Was out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Bolts still lead, but by a smaller margin. We're sitting at 56-54. GMG will get the ball at the start of this quarter. As the Wolverines look to complete a comeback. Right? Okay. And we're on our way for the last 8 minutes of this game. Potentially. Wolverines with the ball on the wing. Very tight defense out of Cody Damon there. Just quick up to the high post, step back into the top of the key. Out to the corner, out to the wing. Swing maybe. He's doing some crazy dribbling. Kick it back to this side, same side wing. Kick it to the corner. Corner dribbled around to the free throw line. He's out of the and extended top of the key. Bounce pass over to the extended wing. And the Bolts defense, GMG Wolverines head coach, what's his name? Michael Platt. All right, Michael Platt. Platt. Calls timeout. Wolverines set to inbound the ball on your sideline. And we're back on the way. Extended wing, top of the key extended. Dribble over to the wing. Get it into the high post. Takes one dribble and passes it back out to the wing. He's looking for something inside. Can't get it. Passes it to the top of the key. Back over to the far side wing. He takes a baseline dribble. Has it tipped away from him. Collected by Trice Clapper off the foot of Avery Bryant. Bolts pass it into Cody Damon, who elects the three instead of the wide open lane. And doesn't get it to fall. Rory Hare called for a foul on a chase down steal attempt. And that'll be his third. Wolverines swinging around off the inbound. Kroll trying to create some room on the short corner. Can't get anything to fall. Trice Clapper will intercept that one. Pass it up to Cody Damon, who passes before looking and has his pass intercepted. Wolves are able to get back and contest. And Avery Bryant trying to dribble around. Will have it knocked out of his hands, and Bolts will win the ball back. Rory for three. That shot will go short off the rim. The Wolverines coming back. A big outlet pass to the corner. Nothing making of it. He'll dribble out to the top of the key. Pass over to the wing. He'll take one dribble in for a long 2. Foot on the line. And he'll put it in. But it's just 2. Cody Damon dribbles down, calls the play. They're trying to set it up. Cody with the ball back on the wing. He'll dribble in. Pass it out to Kid Johnson on the corner. He'll put up for 3. That shot will go off. Rory here with the rebound. He's spun around as he shoots and is unable to make it as it goes off the side of the backboard. Big outlet pass to the corner for 3, and Gill will put it in. Just looking for a little energy. Big lead pass to Trice Clapper with foul before the shot. And he'll go up for 1-and-1. Trice is first. Will be off the mark. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Taken up the floor by Bryant. Dribbled around to the wing, skipped over to the opposite side wing for a long 2. Jump shot. That pass tipped back up into the bottom of the backboard. And the Bolts are looking to push. Over to Carson Scoggins for a long 2. Heels on the line. Rebounded his own shot. Drives in, kicks to Trice. Pulls up and drains a nice 2. And GMG coach will call a timeout. 30-second timeout. And after the timeout, into the game for the Bolts will be number 42, Nate McMiniman. I agree. This is epic. GMG taking a 1-point lead now, almost halfway through the fourth quarter here. But the Bolts also do have the advantage of any fouls will be 2 points automatically. Or two free throws automatically, not 2 points. I know how basketball works. All right, and as we come back to the fourth quarter, Bolts trailing the Wolverines by 1 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Bolts in a man defense, looks like. Just kidding, it's a 2-3. It's a trap 2-3, it's an aggressive 2-3. Long 2 out of Gill goes off the mark. No, that's Viverka. Another long 2 out of Kroll is also off the mark, rebounded by Viverka. And the entry pass, he goes up for a 2. And the block attempt is calling for a foul on Carson Scroggins. And that'll be his second on the night. The team's 4th of the half. Braden Duden at the line, misses his first. His second, also off the mark, rebounded by Nate McMiniman for the Bolts. Big outlet pass up to Kale Johnson in the corner, back to Cody Damon in the wing. He tries for a drive. Looks to kick, but has the ball stripped from him. Passes it out to Kale in the corner. Nice little lane drive. Goes up for the floater, but can't convert it. Outlet pass up to Jabari Woodbury in the wing. Swings it around to Kroll, who tries a lane drive for a floater. Off the backboard and in. That'll increase the Wolverine lead to 3. Cody Damon trying a lane drive. Goes up for a layup. Can't get it. Can't get the foul call. And that ball tipped out of bounds by Carson Scroggins. And into the game for the Wolverines is number 50, Abe Dieleman, and number 20, Cooper Gill. Wolverines trying to get something working in here. Inside lane for a pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Missed and rebounded by Rory Hare. And called for a jump ball when everyone else in the gym thought it was a reach. Everyone in the gym thought it was a reach. But nonetheless, the Bolts have the ball. Now they just aren't shooting free throws. Cross-court pass to break the man press. Cody Damon is fouled on the drive. And he'll get 2 free throws. His first short off the front of the rim. And the second one good, reducing the lead to 2. Verica bring the ball up, pass up to Woodbury in the wing, over to Deweyman to the top of the key. Gill trying to drive, takes it right up to the front of the rim for a finger roll. Has a shot blocked, but is called for a foul. Carson Scroggins, nope, Nate McMiniman called for that foul. And Cooper Gill will go up for 2 shots on the free throw line. His first good. And the second from Gill. Off the mark, in and out of the rim, collected by Carson Scroggins. And they'll go down the floor. Cody going in, trying to get a foul call. Still can't get anything out of that. Cooper Gill will take it up the floor. Contested all the way down by Rory Hare. Avery Bryant fake a shot, drive in, pass around. And it'll go up to Woodbury to reset at the top of the key. And Austin Viverko called for a travel before he passes the ball. Unhappy with that call. Cale Johnson with the ball on the wing. Over to Cody Damon on the other wing. His shot very well short. Rebound attempt tipped out by Nate McMiniman. That pass tipped away, intercepted by Rory Hare. He'll pass it up to Cale, who'll go up for 2, but it will be fouled heavily. That'll be on number 10, Austin Viverka. And it'll send Cale Johnson to the line for the Bolts for 2. His first, good. Nice roll on that one. Second for Johnson. Up and in. Reducing the lead to 1 for the Wolverines. With 1:45 left to play, both looking to cut into that. Cooper Gill dribbling around a little bit, goes up for a shot. Up and over the outstretched arm of Carson Scroggins and into the basket. Both looking to pressure now. Down 3 with 1:30 left. Cody Damon on the inside drive. Gets the foul call and he'll go to the line for 2. And that'll be Cooper Gill's 3rd foul. Cody's first shot. Up and in. His second. Up and in. Reduces the lead back down to 1. Avery Bryant, they're swinging the ball around. I think they're just trying to spread the defense out, waste some clock. Cooper Gill trying to drive in, passes back out to Viverka, over to Woodbury, and Cody's going to foul as the clock reaches 1 minute and 2 seconds. Approaches 1 minute. That's the words I meant to use. That's only the 6th team foul. For the Bolts. For the GMG Wolverines, we'll get to play some more offense. Avery Bryant looking to drive, can't get anything out of it. Cooper Gill, number 20, looking to drive again, can't get anything out of it. Cody Damon Lewin, they need to foul. And Jabari Woodbury called for a travel. So that'll give the Bolts the ball, down 1, with 39.3 seconds left on the clock. Cody Damon called for a charge as he drove into the middle to kick out to the block. And that'll be Cody's 5th, I think. Even though the board only says 4. Bolts looking to get a steal off the skip. The Wolverines just skipping it around, trying to keep the Bolts away from the ball. And the Bolts are forced to foul. And that'll send Austin Viverica, number 10, to the line to shoot 1-1. His first in. His second up and off the mark. So they're both looking to come back and score 3. They're down 2 right now. Over to Kale in the corner. Into Rory. He tries to drive. He's fouled on the way for the drive, and he'll go to the line for 2. With 5.7 seconds left on the clock. The Bolts need these ones. And that's number 20, Cooper Gill's 4th foul. His first, up and in. And GMG Wolverines head coach Michael Plett will take a timeout. A full-length timeout at that. Let's check the comments, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, our tripod that the camera is on, it's pretty janky. The boys basketball team needs a new tripod. Miss Alsma, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. Corinne's doing a great job with the scoreboard. Not really doing anything else though. Scoreboard and you're doing scoreboard and camera, which is a lot. So after the timeout break, Rory Hare will come back to the free throw line to shoot 1. And I'm guessing if he makes it, we'll see a timeout out of Coach Hannes. So Rory's second of 2. Up and in. No timeout. I guess he probably used the last timeout to do that, huh? He's going to lob one up. And they'll hit the buzzer beater to win the game by 2 as a score of 67-65. So that final 2 out of Jabari Woodbury will end the game on a crazy buzzer beater. And then I'll bring our final to 67-65 in favor of the Wolverines over the Bolts. So the Bolts will be back in action on Friday and Saturday with 2 home games back-to-back against North Tama and Clarksville. And GMG boys will be back in action on Friday at Collins Maxwell and next Tuesday at home versus Colonesco. So the varsity team split here tonight, and we look to see what they can do on Friday against the North Tama Redhawks at home in Baxter. See you later.